Good evening. Welcome to our meditation on this beautiful Monday. It really was a beautiful day. Hard to believe it's dark, but we're getting to our shortest days of the year until actually a week from today will be the shortest day of the year. And then it'll start getting lighter every day. And sooner than we know it, I'll be outside and it'll be a beautiful spring day. But for today, we are happy Hanukkah to you, by the way. We're in the middle of Hanukkah, and I hope you've had a great time and joined us at 6:15 when we do our Hanukkah lights. So you just go to tebh.org/Hanukkah, and there's a link there. It says, go to the Zoom link. That's actually how I get there. I always go to our website to get there. So if you want to join us, 6:15 for all the nights of Hanukkah. It's really been very fun. We're coming towards the end of the book of Genesis in our reading of the Torah. We're on Miketz, and I just wanted to start this week with I think a spiritual message that we can take with us through the year, through the end of the year. This is the kind of teaching that I hammer into myself every year when we come to this Torah portion. So that's why I wanted to start the week with it. We could go each day really thinking about this, but I want you to take this one, and maybe even write it down as we come up into the new year, because we're so lucky as Jewish people. We get our kind of spiritual, all right, I need to be a better person and all of those things. And then we've got the one, January 1st where everyone's like, okay, I'm going to lose 10 pounds or I'm going to do this. Like, those aren't the one. You never see anyone going into synagogue on Rosh Hashanah saying, I think this year I'm going to vow to lose 10 pounds. But you have a lot of people that, and especially this year, in that I feel like the way people say COVID-19 is the 19 pounds everyone's gaining during this time. But, there are a lot of people, I'm going to get in shape, right? January, February are the biggest money months for workout palaces. But this teaching for today, I think we can take with us through the year. So, just to tell you where we're at, Joseph is in prison, right? He's been sold into slavery. Then he's set up with actual sexual... He's accused of sexual harassment when he's actually the one sexually harassed. And he's thrown into prison, and the baker and the cupbearer are there. He reads their dreams. The baker gets reinstated as the baker. Actually, it's the other one. It's the cupbearer gets reinstated and is hanging around. The king has a dream. Nobody can figure out the dream. The cupbearer's like, hey, you once sent me to prison, and when I was there, this guy answered 2 dreams, and they worked out exactly the way he said. Why don't you find him? So they call for Joseph. Joseph comes up, interprets the dreams, and la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We'll get to that stuff later. So the dream itself is the first line of the Torah portion, where it says, the king dreamt that he was standing al hayor, which means on the river, or on the Nile. Or it could be in the Nile, al, in, or on, right? So that's what it says in the first line. Later on, after he calls Joseph into the room, he says, I was standing al sfat hayam, al sfat hayam, not al hayam, which means I was on the bank of the river, or the sea, or whatever it is. On the bank, not on it, not in it, but on the bank. And I read an interpretation many, many years ago that said the problem with the Pharaoh was that he never felt like he was in anything. And when he says, in the dream I was standing beside on the bank of the river, it's because he never got his feet wet. He would never think of himself as being in the river. He would never sink so low as to go in it. But more than that, he wouldn't ever get involved in being anywhere inside, always on the outside. And so the teaching for today is, where do you yearn to be in, yet you're only staying on the banks? Where in your life have you determined that you need to, or must, or in order to reach X must do this, or are compelled to do this, or have the desire to do it, but fear takes you away from doing it? Fear might be that thing that keeps you al sfat, on the bank, instead of being inside it. So, what is that for you? That's why I say this is kind of a New Year's thing, right? So let's try to discover one place in our lives where we're just not in it. We're staying outside of it. We're not getting our feet wet. We're staying away from the contact. And I know it's ironic to say that during this time of COVID when we're all home. But you know what I'm talking about. It's not the contact, not even necessarily physical contact, but the contact with an endeavor, the contact with something that needs to be done, or you need to get in it, or you need to bring yourself close to it. Open the door, jump in the water, take that leap. We talked about the leap last week. This is different than a leap. This is when you know you need to be in there, and you're here. The king, the Pharaoh, could never fully live his life because he was always al sfat. He was always outside, like an observer. That's the teaching. Let's get ourselves ready to meditate today. So we're just going to try to settle ourselves, find some kind of stillness so that we can allow the thoughts that may lead us to some conclusion about what I was talking about later tonight. That stillness now, being in the present now, and unfolding what the truths are right now. And then treating ourselves with love and kindness and bringing ourselves back to our breath and allowing the mind to go, because when you allow things to be as they are for now, you're also allowing your mind to go, and then call it back. Notice, what are you thinking? Notice what you're feeling about what you're thinking. Notice the tension in your body. Notice how your breath goes in and out of your body. And all of that is to find, for this short time, stillness, quiet, living in the now, this very now, for the time we have together. And then you can go back to everything else, bringing the teaching along with you. Okay, try to do a resonant bell. Just breathe how you would normally breathe, which may require a deep breath here or there, or a yawn, or light breaths. Try to take in how you're feeling, how the air comes in and out of your stomach. And you can recognize, notice What moves with that? Does your chest move at all? Do your shoulders move? Does your neck? You feel the cold air as it comes in and the warm air as it goes out. How long do you sit in the nefesh, that time between the end of the breath and the beginning of the next, that place of recovery and of refreshing? How long do you sit there at the bottom of your breath or at the top of your breath? Just a little reminder that our minds will take us to many places. Just with love and kindness, bring yourself back to your breath, even if it's for only 1 or 2, and then your mind takes you away again. And just part of this practice is to bring ourselves back to our breath, to the now, instead of thinking about things that have happened or that will happen or may never happen. What does our breath feel like? In our last minutes together, I like to finish with requests for feelings. On Monday, we ask for safety and health. It does appear that we go into the world maybe a little more on the weekend. When it comes to Monday, let us hope we were safe and that we are still healthy. May I feel safe. May I feel healthy. May I feel safe. May I feel healthy. May I feel health. May I feel safety. For each breath, offer yourself one or both. May I feel safe. May I feel healthy. May I feel healthy. like to invite someone to be in front of you in your mind's eye and offer these things to them. May you feel health. May you feel safe. Use some of your breaths to offer that to whoever it is you've invited. And we'll bring it back to ourselves. May I feel safe. May I feel health. May I feel health. May I feel safe. May I feel healthy. May I feel safe. And for our final moments, let's just go back to our breath. Connect with the now. Thank you for being with me this evening. Happy Hanukkah to you. Remember 6:15. You can go to Temple Emmanuel's website, tebh.org/Hanukkah. Join us for lighting the Hanukkah candles. I hope you found stillness and peace. May you feel safe and may you feel healthy.